Put that on my own mama, on my hood. I look fly, I look good. You can't touch my bag, but you could. I look fly, I look too good. Put that on my own mama, on my hood. I look fly, I look good. You can't touch my bag, but you could. I look fly, I look too good.
Hey y'all, welcome to the Mommy First podcast.
Where you're a mommy first.
And a baddie immediately after.
It's your girl Danny the icon.
It's typical Tana.
And it's your girl Lila. What's up?
Hey y'all, what's been going on? How y'all been?
Can't call it.
Miss Tana, did you ever do couples therapy? How'd that go?
I did, and it was okay. It had me in my feelings a little bit. It was more of like an introductory type of session with the therapist, but I kind of felt like the therapist was a little bit biased because my boyfriend's been going there since March. So first off, he was like, I was running late, and 30 minutes late actually, and it was an hour session. And he was like, so what you want to do with the rest of this time? And I was like, went straight into the whole bipolar because, you know, I told y'all I think I have it, and right now I'm currently on meds. And he raised the eyebrow type of look, because he was like, bipolar is the most misdiagnosed mental illness. So he's just like, why you think you are? What about these manic episodes? And I'm just like, well, I can tell you about my life, but I don't know what to tell you. What can we do? So we talked briefly, but it's almost like he was trying to push the same type of resources that he was giving my boyfriend onto me. And I'm like, me and my boyfriend are completely two different people. So I felt like there was something else behind it. So I kind of got in my feelings, but I'm open to the next time we go.
Okay. Would you feel better if you had a more neutral therapist? You think you're going to...
So the crazy thing, my boyfriend... So I told him how I felt about how I didn't know how to feel about it. And then we had our couple of conversations. So 2 days later, he texted me. He was like, I want to find another therapist for us.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right. Did you ever talk to the grandma? Did you ever reach out to her? I'm getting updates.
Yeah. So the crazy thing is, I thought about what y'all said. Am I ready for that answer, whether it's yes or no? So I'm at work. Me and my coworker, we go to lunch, and it's always there when I run into her. But this time, she was standing right next to my coworker ordering at the deli. I was near the soups or whatnot, and I seen that petite figure, and I instantly, her back was turned, but I instantly knew it was her. But you know, you got to see the face or whatnot.
Yeah.
And so every time I see her presence, I want to go the opposite way. But something told me, no, stop right there, look at her, make sure, confirm it's her. And then she turned her face. She was talking to whatever girl was next to her. And I was like, just stand behind her, see if she recognized you. And I was looking at her. But after she got her meal, she kind of like gave a me mug and said something. And it was weird. It was bad energy for me. So then I find out that apparently her and my coworker kind of had like a bad moment, and that she was being negative. So off that moment, I was like, yeah, nah,
it ain't the time.
It ain't the time.
Yeah.
Because if she says anything, like y'all said, be ready for that response.
Yeah.
I think I wouldn't be able to handle it. So I decided I'm going to put a table on this right now.
Good. It's good that you recognize that. You know, like, okay, that's part of your healing. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying.
That's good. You're doing good.
So how y'all been?
Lila, how you feeling with the teeth?
I'm healing.
Yeah.
It's coming along, I guess. It was a struggle. I'm not even gonna lie. Cause
you haven't been getting any sleep?
I'm not the type of person to just lay around. Like, I'm not no lazy type person. I'm used to being on the go, and I couldn't be. I went on the 29th, and they took me out till the 4th. And I'm like, I wasn't planning on being off as long.
Yeah.
I was planning on going to work on Monday and Tuesday, and then being off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, because I was already going to be off those days.
Okay.
But Yeah, they threw a whole wrench in my plan.
Yeah.
I just had to sit at home.
And this was after the
wisdom teeth.
By myself.
Oh. No Kendrick.
No.
How's he doing in school?
Actually, we had parent-teacher conference, and his teacher, she was like, oh my goodness, he's such a great kid. He's the smartest in the class.
Aww.
And she's like, and he's very well behaved. Mm-hmm. So I was really proud. I had a very proud mommy moment, because before, when he was going to school, it was like, okay, come on, Kendrick, we gotta get up, it's time for school. And he's like, no, I don't want to go. But now, I wake him up and he's like, where are we going, mommy? And I was like, you gotta go to school. He's like, okay. So he's extra, excited about school now. And he did kind of blow up on his teacher for a second, because she was late getting the lunch. And
that's right. I was right.
I didn't pack him a lunch that day, and so he was like, "Where's my lunch?" And like real loud in front of like all the class, and they're just like, "It's coming." He gets hungry.
They didn't know what to do.
Right. And she gave him a Snickers. He's not himself, but he's hungry.
He knows what he wants.
Right. I was like, that's right. I'll be the same way when I get my lunch too.
Facts, because I love some food.
Exactly.
I play with my food.
Did Erie go on her date? She didn't go.
She's the one who's kind of like, that's
love
how
her.
She is.
Love her.
Because I've been trying to like, let's go to movies, kind of, and she's just like, like whenever it happens, it just
love
happens.
her. Don't be pressed about these.
Yeah.
That's good.
But I was excited about that though.
I was too. So let me try to ask.
I know, but that's on her too.
Nothing. Really nothing. Just working. A lot of self-reflection. Trying to figure out. I went to a work event. Well, I went to Table 4 work to the Black Maternal Health Fair. So just being around that environment, different vendors, I just wish I could do more with, like, I guess, birth work and pregnant women and new moms more than... I mean, my job is cool, but I just feel like, I want to be a little more hands-on with things.
Yeah. So why don't you go for it?
I kind of just had, like, epiphany today, so I have to get the research going to figure out, like, what path I want to take with that, but...
What it requires to get into it and stuff like that.
Yeah, but that's really it. Just kind of just taking day by day.
How's JoJo?
Bad.
Girl,
like always.
But
he's good. Getting smarter and smarter each day. Learn something new.
Yeah. He's very smart.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very smart.
Thank you. That's what I keep saying. I'm like, oh, thanks.
Yeah,
I don't know.
When you're around it every day, it's just normal.
It's kind of like, oh, that's really... Because everybody's always like so impressed. Like with his babysitters last time, both days, they were like, do you know he's really, really smart? Like separate occasions. I was like, everybody keeps saying that. Like, what did he do this time? And just like, just different, activities, remembering things. And
do you feel like he's smart?
I do.
Okay.
But that's how they interact.
Yeah, like I think he's like on track to how he should be. So I don't know. It's my first kid. I don't know. And I haven't been like around kids a lot. Like how you kind of know, like with some kids really kind of exceeding the milestones. So I'm reading like, okay, is that how he should be? Like, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. He's good. My little TikTok kid, he loves making TikToks with me. His favorite thing is the, what's that G-Way? He makes that every time. But he's good. Everything's good. Awesome. I've been trying to, take care of myself, which I haven't been doing. So I would love to hear what y'all got going on.
Let's hope we got the mommy still got it. So for those who just tuned in, the Mama Still Got It is where we talk about self-care in the last week or what you plan in the future week to do for yourself. So mine's is more of a reflection of my Mama Still Got It. So after our last recording, we did like an escape room that was hella fun. It was a bonding moment between us and the crew.
And we made it out.
And we made it out. And so after we did that escape room, we came back and we just, kind of wrapping up our usual. And Danny and Lila left, but me and my best friend and a couple of my baby daddy and his friends stayed after. And I was just kind of goofing around, but I was like, get me on the track. I want to sing. Y'all will find out over time, like, my talents and everything. But but a lot of my passion and talent, all of that kind of has been muffled. And I do think it's a part of being a mom. You know, you get so caught up in everything. And I find myself nowadays not really having an outlet. So when that happened, we just all was just going through some songs. My best friend was like, she knew instantly when she heard the beat. It's more like a 90s feel. And then my best friend, for the first time, like, she always knew I sing, but this was the first time she was writing. So shout out to you, girl, because you killed that. And we recorded, and it just, I'm back to, like, musically, you know, writing and singing and doing harmonies. It's just bringing them a different joy out of myself.
So you singing our new theme song?
Should I sing the new? Hey, drop a comment if you want to hear that theme song from me.
Yeah, have Kiki write it.
Kiki can write it. Yeah, so
that's what's up. When you find that creative outlet, that's so, like, refreshing, because you feel like you can really be yourself and really get into, like, what you love to do and who you are. I love that for you.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that's my mama still got it. And what about y'all? Do y'all have?
I don't. That's what I just need to figure out. It's been kind of like a fever dream to kind of just take it every day by day. That's what I'm kind of like trying to figure out, like, something gotta give.
What side note, what's one of y'all's passions? Like real passion.
I'm a dancer.
Okay.
I dance. So mainly for church.
Okay.
You know,
So you
I
did
dance
like
for the Lord.
The liturgical dance?
Yes. I do it for the Lord. Hallelujah.
But was it like a freedom for you?
But it is. So dancing is like, it's definitely an outlet for me. Because I'm the type of person that I hold on to, like, a lot of emotions.
Okay.
So whenever I dance, it's like I'm releasing all of that.
Yeah.
And it's just so freeing.
Have you done it recently? When's the last time?
I have, actually. Okay. And, you know, most of the time, you know, when I'm asked to dance, it's like, oh, no, no, I don't feel like it.
Yeah, because it feels like an obligation at that point.
But then after I do it, it's always like, oh, I'm so glad that I did that, because I needed that.
Yeah.
So that's really what I love.
I like dancing. I did liturgical dance. Yeah.
I did too.
Yeah. See, you should be done. No, see.
Right. Got to show them a little
We're gonna do a dance together.
We could. I love it too, because it was like freeing. Especially doing it with, like, gospel music, definitely, because you can have that time to talk to God. I did enjoy that too. Yeah. I guess my passion. I mean, I love beauty, makeup. But I've really just talking to my friend recently about, like, if the makeup industry is dead, kind of thing, because it's kind of getting, like, we're noticing a shift in, like, beauty and makeup, especially when it comes to, like, social media. I also love social media as well.
Yeah.
I'm very into that. I was trying to be a social media marketer at one point, but it was kind of like, I don't know, just kind of didn't put as much effort into it. But anything that I could just show, like, some kind of creativity for the masses, basically, is what I like to do. So, like, when I was doing makeup, I was, like, doing YouTube. But that's kind of, like, wondering if that's even still, like, a thing, because nowadays everybody knows how to do makeup nowadays.
It's oversaturated with
and it's just getting to a point that it feels like nobody's, like, searching for, like, makeup tips anymore. It's kind of just like, you know, so it's kind of like figuring that out.
But I think with, you know, passions and, you know, gifts and stuff like that, I feel like there's a difference between people that just do it as a hobby and people
like
that are actually passionate about it. There's, like, a difference. So I feel like because you're passionate about, you know, beauty and makeup, I think that sets you
and social media
aside from the others that do it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I think you should just
I think you should. Because now I'm learning.
Out the path.
Yeah. I'm learning that no matter how long it takes, you never know when God's gonna open that door. So I was into beauty, I'm into fashion, I'm into all that stuff, but for me it was always getting scared of people's public opinion and all that other type of stuff.
Me too.
And so I feel like college was probably the best time to get into that world, but I always stopped myself. And now I'm like, fuck it. You know, whenever my time is, it'll come, even if I'm fucking 60-year-old or 70, because they're doing that with social media. They're putting that, so I think you should still keep on pushing it.
I tell people all the time who like say they might want to start a YouTube channel. Look, Jackie Yana just popped up. Speaking of being older and still into doing like social media, I always tell them just do it. Don't worry about what people think, because when I first started YouTube, I started taking this seriously a few years ago, but when I first started, I wasn't even thinking of it as a career. I was doing it because people was getting free wigs.
Oh, really?
So I would do the videos, but this is like at the beginning when Jackie Ina first started. Her name used to be Little Miss Pumpkin Pie 05 or something. Wow. And I still like the OG, the real ones know it was like a Leah J was all just getting started. Mm-hmm. So just kind of like I was trying to get a free wig. Yeah. But some of my friends found my channel and they kind of like mocked it, made like a little joke out of it kind of thing. And that kind of like made me not want to do it no more, so I stopped it. And then here we go, Jackie Ana's one of the biggest earners on YouTube, Aaliyah J, all these people who I started with. Like that, if I could have kept it going, I could have really been
that's
something.
How I feel.
I always tell people, if you want to do it, do it. Don't worry about what people say, because that's really going to stop you, and you just don't. Nobody sees your vision but you. That kind of thing. Yeah. Okay, good. We're gonna get into it, y'all. We're gonna get rid of that imposter syndrome and be great, because we all have a lot of talent, a lot of potential, which I love. But we can definitely talk about that all day. We're going to talk about it off camera. So we can definitely get into the topics. So we actually got an email, y'all.
Oh, okay.
Somebody that wanted to bring us some topics that they were kind of curious about. So like, I definitely want to talk about it on the podcast. They did give us permission. They didn't like leave their name or anything. So, but I'm sure you're watching. So we are going to read your questions that you had. Yay! Thank you so much for submitting too.
Thank you for supporting and listening and watching and all that.
Yeah. So the first question is about setting your children up financially for the future. So they ask, how are you setting up your children financially in the future? I think this is a big conversation in our community that we don't talk about. College funds, cars when they can drive, retirement funds. So your kids aren't financially responsible for you when you get older, with like building equity and everything. And they said they like how we take our kids outside and make sure we expose them to new things. But they want to know, like, eventually when they are adults, how are you making sure they are protected financially? That's the first part of the question.
That's a very deep hard question. Yeah. Because if I'm being honest, right now, I'm not with the financial piece. We all know 2023 is hard out here in this economy. And with I'm just gonna be transparent out there. I'm paying like a $1,400 rent to live where I live for my kids and myself. But that on top of car expense, on top of light, on top of food, on top of emergencies, that saving portion is a little bit on the back burner, not on purpose. I always wanted to put money aside for my kids to have some type of financial support if they wanted to go to college, or even just have a little starter when they get a job or anything like that. Because I know one thing I do tell Emery is, whatever you decide that you want to do, you got to make sure that you can support yourself. I don't want her to depend on people, because y'all know where that can go when you depend on people. Definitely. So I pretty much tell her, start thinking of it now. I think the way I invest in my kids is just implementing certain skills and certain traits, being compassionate for people and yourself, self-care. I wanted to bring it, but I wasn't as prepared as I thought. But I'm into trying to look up creative ways of having certain conversation, like financial literacy, understanding that. And I bought this game called Sense to Sense. It's basically a Black-owned board game company, and it's teaching kids about financial literacy. So they talk about credit score and just if you had this salary, what would you pay for this? We've only did it once because it got a little confusing, but it was a great way to introduce that type of conversation because obviously I didn't know none of that when I was 18. So I kind of focus on more of the characteristics that I'm instilling in my kids, minus the financial piece, but I do have my family that helps with that part. I want to hear y'all. What about y'all before I go into that?
So I mean, I do put money aside, you know, for my son. He does have like a piggy bank or whatever you want to call it. He has a piggy bank, and then I do randomly like send him like a Cash App.
Okay.
But his Cash App is not connected to any of my devices, so that way I'm not able to, you know, go in and take from his Cash App or anything like that. And then like, you know, his card is still locked, so can't nobody take from it, I'm assuming. I'm hoping. I haven't really checked it in a while, so I need to check on it. But I do put money aside like when I can for him, and then it wasn't on me, but every birthday he usually gets like stock or Bitcoin.
Cool. So
that's his uncle. So my sister's husband, he's really into like the Bitcoin, and you know, he tracks all of that, so he sent him you know, stock and like Bitcoin and stuff like that. So he has like stock in Disney, and then you know, he has Bitcoin and whatever. So I just let that do what it does. You know, I just let that do what it does because I don't really know nothing about it. But you know, I know that he's watching it also, so that kind of gives me a little bit of comfort in knowing that, okay, well, he's watching it, so at least he's gonna be like, okay, well, it, you know, it's risen, or you know, it dropped,
what to do,
but you're good, you know. So I have done that, and then I did say to myself, I made a you know, a mental note and a personal plan that whenever I feel like I'm financially ready, I want to just get like a credit card and put him on as an authorized user.
Okay.
That way, you know, as I'm making my payments, it's also building his credit.
Okay.
Even though that's not his card, but he's an authorized user. So I want to do that to where, you know,
he can by the
time he gets you know, old enough, he has a 800 credit score. Right. You know what I'm saying? So
especially the older we get, it's like these credit cards is like, or credit.
My credit score is like 5 right now. No, just
take that lightly.
For real. So that's my plan.
So you know what's interesting? When we talk a lot about like what we're gonna do to set our kids up financially, a lot of times we focus on like those instant liquid assets, like putting a savings account, putting cash aside, do this and that. And we don't think about like the tangible assets, like things like real estate or art or like land, things that we can still purchase. When we think about what we can leave for our kids, we think about, I want to leave them some money. But you don't think about things like real estate. Your kid can have a house when they get old enough to move out, or when you're no longer here, they can live in a house that you at that point probably have already paid for. Or even those long-term liquid assets, like how you do the stocks. You don't think about things like stocks. Even if you're buying it on the low, as you should, and it grows, so by the time the kid is 18, they can have, you know, that stock they can do things with, or like Roth IRAs and things like that that can help build or high your savings accounts. And I'm doing a lot of stuff. I used to work for a stock transfer agent, so I'm not super.
We need to hear that, because I feel like the reason why they don't, or us, because we don't know about that. And we only stretching. Well, that's what I was gonna say. As far as the financial portion, I'm not doing it, but my family is, because my granny's gonna leave her home to Emory.
Okay. Yeah.
So she's gonna have that piece. I don't know about Ari, sorry baby, but she's gonna have that piece, in case she needs to. But besides that, I don't think they know about that other options.
Yeah.
And that's why it's good that you did have that opportunity to work in that space and learn more, especially us Black people.
Yeah, because we definitely perish for lack of knowledge.
And that was actually another part of their question. They said, is home ownership and being financially independent something that affects you and your children? And I think now people are getting more into home ownership, but they don't really see that as like leaving your child something. So when it's leaving your child something, it's more than just liquid. It's more than just leaving them money when we're gone. It's things like real estate, or like things that they can sell later on, or a trust, or things like that, to like get them that financial freedom. It's more than just actually having cash in the bank.
I want to own land.
I do want some land.
Land's a good one.
Definitely.
We're owed our 40 acres and a mule for real, but a lot of land that the kids do anything with, or it's not even just a house, some kind of real estate where they can like have an apartment complex that they take over when they get of age, or do whatever they want with it, or if they want to rent out a house, things like that.
I mean, like that ideal of a family business is going out.
A family business, things like that. A lot of people who are successful in their business, look at Walmart. They started as a family business, and they kind of grew into that, where they kind of pass it down to the family, and they can still continue making those millions and billions of dollars. Little nepotism. They just, from being born into it, kind of thing.
They try to say about one of the Wayne brothers, Marvin Wayne being nepotism, because he gives his nephews and nieces a lot of opportunities within that.
Damon Wayans does too. His son's hosting the game show. I saw, and I was like, shout out to that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times as Black people, we kind of like frown upon that, and it's
and
like
we shouldn't.
That's how we should. We should be one to leave our kids things, or how you had mentioned in our bonus episode about felt like she was doing too much for her youngest child. I see that a lot with like Candy Burris and like Tide. He always feels like she does too much for Riley, and it's kind of like, what's the point of us working so hard and we're not giving it to our children, or we're there to help our children.
They're our main legacies anyway.
So last part of the question said, do you think it's important to find a partner that will help you build toward these goals if you have them?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That is the reason why I'm going to couples therapy. There's nothing wrong with my dude. He's a sweetheart. I think he's the best man I've met so far, but he's working through a lot of trauma. And I told him, I want to be a power couple. We need to for our kids' sake, I do want to leave that legacy. So I feel like it's important that we do align our goals to reach for them.
Definitely, because it takes two. It takes, like we talked about before, having multiple parents in the household. It takes more than just that one parent having that goal to leave. You can't just have this one person putting all the financial freedom and financial education on their back, and you're not having the same goals. It's very important to have those goals that match.
Definitely.
But yeah, I think people just need to look at the bigger picture and not be scared to talk about things with finance and assets and stocks and things, not to shy away from that, because it's actually pretty easy when you really get into it. Even like buying stock in things that you like buying stock in Disney. That's a good way to start, that they always recommend. Whatever you buy or wherever you shop often, buy a stock in that, even whatever you can afford. It doesn't have to be a whole share. A lot of times you can buy a partial share. So whereas Walmart might be $147 a share, but they might offer a partial share if you just put $10 and then build it up to get a share.
Do y'all have some stock?
I do. I have employee stock for my old job though, because as an employee they gave us stock which I wish I would have signed up for it a long time ago, because it would have built up a lot more. But I do have stock. I actually have like a list. Me and my best friend were talking last night about different stocks. So she was telling me some more that she was looking into, so I kind of like made my list. It's also important to like pay attention to the news on like what's going on, so you can see what's a hot topic. Because that's probably what's gonna
what's gonna affect it.
Like electric vehicles, space travel, things like that are kind of like people are talking about or buzzing about. Those are things you might want to look into, because while it's starting, that's kind of like the stock's probably cheap.
My stock is going up and down, really, really down. So with Amazon, I should have known better.
I know I did mine in Snapchat.
Yes. All right. So speaking on the importance of your partner having the same goals and building that future for your kids, they also have more questions about dating. So the first part of the question was, do you think you have better discernment when it comes to dating after being with your baby daddy?
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
I was about to say absolutely, but
absolutely.
But I had a little slip up because I told you about the con artist.
Yeah.
And that was literally right after me and baby daddy's breakup.
And that was the basis of their question, because they brought that up. They was like, you brought up. They said you had a conversation on the pod about ignoring red flags. The guy that worked the subway. They're like, I want to know more about that.
Yeah, I was not paying attention to them red flags. I feel like I went right back to my teenage years in that aspect, because I don't know that passion or that affection, whatever it was that was missing with me and my baby daddy, I got so caught up into that and not thinking about the mentality. But it snapped me back in reality, because after him, my discernment was on point.
And how long after y'all broke up did you give it that guy? Was it quick?
It was like a month and a half.
So, yeah, it's quick. So kind of like you just kind of just trying to just get out of that situation, get into something new where you can feel that.
Because mind you, I didn't have
to get over one.
I wasn't even sexually attracted to my baby daddy at that point. Yeah. So when I found that back,
found what you were missing. So was like, you gonna hold on to that.
Yeah. So
and kind of ignored those red flags. Yeah.
Not anymore.
They said it was a crazy story. You still stayed for a minute after that. How do you date with intention now that you would be? That would be in your best interest. For you and your children. So do you think you have better discernment after dating your baby daddy?
I feel like I do. I look at things a lot differently now. I actually really do focus a lot on not only what was missing in my previous relationship, but also like what I experienced in my previous relationship. And then it's like any like just a small like just thing that kind of takes me back to what it was. It's kind of like, okay, halt, like we not even getting ready to keep proceeding with this, because I already see that this is about to lead to exactly what I just got out of. And it's going to take me down, back down a path that I don't want to go down.
Right.
So,
exactly. Fool me once.
Hey.
Yeah.
Shame on me. But you fool me once, you ain't going to fool me again.
Right. Exactly.
So, I definitely look at it a lot differently.
You know what I hate? I've seen some lame men say things like, that they hate when they see a baby mama have standards, basically saying like, how your baby daddy leave you, now you want to get a good man, like leave the good man for the women who don't have kids. Learned. Yeah, I hate when I see that, because it's like people make mistakes. It's kind of like, and you don't know the situation, because there's a lot of wolves in sheep's clothing that can really. They always say you don't know somebody till you have a kid with them or till you live with them.
Right.
Yeah.
So those you really get to see that person, because when you're not around them all the time, they could be whoever they want to be for you. And they can hide those certain parts because you're not seeing them all the time. So it's kind of like you can ignore some red flags. Love's a motherfucker. Love will really have you blinded. But when you get out of that and you get that time to heal, you're like, you really realize the things that what you're worth. I think a lot of times even women are in relationships that they know that they don't realize are beneath them. That they can do better. They might settle a little bit. They're like, well, this is the best I've had so far, so this might be the best I can get. And it's like, once that ends and you really take that time to do that self-work and self-healing, you realize like, I shouldn't have put up with this. Right. I'm not putting up with this no more. And even more into it, you have a child, so you can't put up with a lot of stuff. Yeah. It's a lot more serious. You can be a lot reckless when it's just you. I was definitely reckless as just me, but now I have to think about my child, put him in the best situation with the best type of person. So I can't have a piss poor man be there who's going to have
no type of assets,
no type of ambition, no type of goals. Right. Because this eventually going to be the man who looks up to my child. Yeah. My child looks up to. So I don't want him to have somebody that's not doing shit, and then my son's looking up to that, and that's who his like father figure is, or additional father figure. Yeah, that's why you gotta think a little harder at that point afterwards. I definitely, it took me time. Like I said, I didn't start dating until more recently as my baby daddy, but I definitely have a lot more standards, and I'm a lot more direct. My confidence has grown, where I'm more myself. A lot of times I would also hide myself because I would just feel like, oh, if he knows this about me, he's not going to be with me. So I played this perfect person, but now I'm realizing like, the person for me is not going to care about these things. If he has a problem with me being me, then he needs to go. Yeah. So that's something that I guess I'd be a little more choosy, a little more picky, but there's nothing wrong with that. That's how
there's nothing wrong with that.
Should be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And I know Steve Harvey has said that oftentimes we give the man like what it is that we need. So it's like we tell them, oh, I like when a man gives me flowers. I like when, they do this or do that, and they will do all of these things because they know.
But will they do it when you say that, or will they automatically? Because I know that's one thing that I start paying attention to. How willing is he gonna take the initiative?
Right. And so like if you say, oh, I want you to come over, or I love when a man just sends me flowers just because, then he's gonna do it
temporarily.
He's so gonna do it temporarily, so you can be like, oh my goodness, he does this for me, and he meets all of my needs. Yeah. But then the moment that they see, oh, I got her, then it stops. Yeah. And it's a wrap.
That's a dating tip that I learned and that I've started implementing is when a man asks you, so what kind of man do you like? Or like, what are you looking for? You're supposed to say something like, oh, I know when I meet him. You don't tell him what you want, because what he's gonna be that person.
Exactly.
And so he gets you and knows he has it where you're not gonna leave. Then he can be himself. Then he can be his core and not do what he was supposed to be doing for you. But then at this point, you're kind of like, well, he was doing that once. Maybe he make excuses for him. Well, maybe he's just busy. Maybe he's just stressed. Maybe he's just falling off. He'll get back to it. The next thing you know, you got a baby, and he never got back to it.
Exactly.
So that's you gotta really like focus on and think about. So, last part of the question, they said marriage in all caps. Y'all, marriage. It said, how do you think your child is being affected by you not being married?
A whole lot. Because this whole co-parenting thing, I swear, with me and my baby daddy, us having our own kids, coming together, living together, talking about those things, and then Irie came into the picture, I felt like I started to connect a little bit to his ex-wife because of how he was. But I know from just me and Emery for the longest, because she didn't have her biological dad, and how I had to raise her, and then the difference it was to have my baby daddy in the household made a huge difference, even with the a girl, and then his son Cadence, a boy, just that man and that woman to have to also just the kind of tag team, like you take the kids and let me breathe out and everything. I noticed that immediately. So being starting off a single mom, I'm still a single mom even with my boyfriend, but living with my current boyfriend with my baby daddy, it made a hell of a difference, and I would recommend it. So I recommend, if you're really open to marriage, go for it, because it does help with having kids and that partner. But
quick question, how did Emery adjust to your breakup with your baby daddy? Because like you said, this was kind of like a blending of the families, and then next thing you know,
I feel like she didn't really care much for
unbothered queen. I love her. Okay.
She more so cried with the other guy.
Really?
The other one I thought I was gonna marry.
Yeah.
She boo-hooed when we broke up. But I think because she was younger, and at that time she was getting in trouble a lot more by, mainly me, but my baby dad used to be like, you're too soft and blah, 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 blah. So I will argue with him about that, but I will also try to be a little bit more stern.
Right.
And I think Emery felt that, and I think she kind of grew whatever she felt towards my baby daddy. So she wasn't really, I think she was more, it felt awkward with Cadence because that was almost like the closest thing to a sibling at that time, all those years. Mm-hmm. But they still maintained their friendship, so they still talk. And every time we go to church, you know, he be sitting with us still. So
how old is he now?
He's 10 or about to be, or 11.
Around that age, but close to Emery's age.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
What about you?
Well, I do get a lot of the, mommy, you know, I want you and daddy and I'm just like, okay. And then, of course, like, my son has an older brother, so, you know, he randomly, you know, he'll randomly be like, you know, ask his dad or tell his dad, it's okay if you want to be with Lila, you know, and it's just like, where's that coming from?
Right.
But I think it affects them because I was in his life from the beginning.
Yeah.
So, aside from his mother, his other mother figure was me. And so we built that bond and that relationship, and so he does wonder a lot why we're not all together. And you know, one family. And then it does kind of make it hard on me because it's like, well, dang, I feel bad if I go and be with somebody else, and then he feels like he has no, you know, access to me because me and his dad aren't together. Or, you know, I do often have that, you know, that fear of if I'm not with him, he's not gonna let me see Kyrie, you know what I mean? So I know, like, in my personal life, it does kind of affect the boys. They do feel it, they do notice it, and I mean, it's hard. It's hard. I just gotta figure out what it is that I want to do.
Did either one of y'all ever talk about marriage with y'all's baby daddies?
So me and my baby daddy did. It was in the plan. But we just never made it. And oftentimes he does kind of ask me, like, or say to me, like, you know, we never tried to make it work. You know, it just we just kind of like just went separate ways. We never tried to make it work.
So y'all never had an official?
Huh?
Did y'all ever have an official breakup?
We never had an official breakup.
Okay.
It was just like, okay, you do you, I'm doing me, whatever. But it was never verbally said. It was never verbally said. There was no closure. It just something that happened. We just kind of went our separate ways. So we never got that closure. We never tried to make it work, or anything like that. So I do feel like there's, like,
door still cracked.
Kinda, and I do kind of feel bad because I'm like, we never did, and I do like being able to actually sit back and think about the part that I played in it and own my part in it. It's like, well, dang, like, I see, you know, my part. I see what I did wrong, and I feel like if I was able to go back and correct it, then I think things could have gotten better. And same for him.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know if it's too late. I don't know if it's if there's too much damage done already.
Yeah. That's interesting to say. Yeah. I'm gonna say that for another time. My question. Cause I'm like, so with you thinking about, is it too late? Are you saying there's a possibility?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, at what point do you think you would get that answer? Like, what point would you like to have that conversation with him and figure it out?
Yeah.
I can
have it tomorrow for real.
I don't know if my thing would be if it's worth figuring out, because I don't want to waste any more time than I've already feel like I've wasted.
Yeah.
So it's like, will it do any good?
It could.
Will there be any change?
Okay.
And then there's a thing of everybody on the outside. You know what I'm saying? It's
what
like,
they have to say about that?
Yeah, and what everybody else is going to have to say about it if that was to happen.
Should we worry about that?
I don't know if we should, but yeah, like she said,
I think the good answer is, of course, I don't care what people think. It's hard not to.
It's definitely hard not to, especially, you know, if you have like a mother that feels very strongly about it not happening. Yeah, you know what I mean? Or like, his family loves me. I love his family.
Yeah,
but. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like there's a lot of pieces and stuff to unpack. So I don't know. It's hard. I'm kind of between a rock and a hard place at the moment.
I wouldn't want to be there.
Huh?
I wouldn't want to be in that place. Cause I'm completely done.
Yeah.
We did have like the marriage conversation. He knew that I never wanted to be like a single mom or co-parent. So that kind of added on, kind of like to the hurt. Like, we talked about this before my son was even a little thought for real. Like, he kind of knew that's where I wanted to go. But in the argument after everything was said and done, he even said, he was like, "You really wanted to marry me?" And that kind of was like a clicker. Like, damn, he don't even think he's worth marrying. So why did I think he was worth marrying? So that kind of had like a self-reflection. Like, you know what, he's right. Like, I really want to marry this man. Like, all these red flags I ignored, I really want to spend the rest of my life with this man. And that actually kind of helped my healing. So it's kind of like the door is closing that. I do never feel a lot of guilt, because I feel like I could give my son a better dad. And I don't like I worry about future, because I would ideally like future kids to be like with my husband. Like, like I said, we're a little more choosy, a little more, you know, aware of what we're getting into. I just never want my son to ever feel like outcasted. Yeah. Like, with last name. He has my last name currently. When I get married, I will hopefully change my last name, and the future kids will have this new last name. He'll be on with my last name still. Yeah. So I've even thought about, like, I don't even think I would change my last name, because I don't want my son to ever feel left out. Which he's at the point where he kind of understands. It's kind of like, that's mommy, that's daddy. Yeah. He doesn't really say anything about it, or he really kind of notices it. But I always wonder when he gets older if he's ever going to think like, because I told my baby daddy, they're not together now, but he went back to his first baby mama. But like, if they ever get back together, I don't want him to ever look like, well, why did my brothers get both parents and I don't? Yeah. So I don't ever want him to feel like, you know, he did anything wrong. Like, what's wrong with me? Yeah. So that's like where I get to when it comes to like marriage. I would love it, because I would definitely love to have a father figure, but what do y'all do to kind of like make up for that? Like, feeling like, because you're not married, you don't have like that secure household, you don't want them to feel like there's lacking.
I think it comes into me spoiling in a sense. Because I do feel like I made mistakes, made some certain decisions that's ultimately or indirectly affected my children. And so I try my best to provide what I can, with Emery being like, Emery was out here riding horses. Like, how many black people are doing that? Right. But, you know, me and my family was pouring into that. And I feel like that's another piece. My family probably feel like they have some sense to accommodate that as well, because it's not a 2-parent household. And Haritana did that. I don't know. It's a whole little thing with that. And so I try not to get in that, because I'm always about balance. But I can't help but to spoil my kids if I can.
Yeah, I definitely just show my baby as much love as I have. So he gets, even if mommy's upset, even if mommy's sad, even if mommy's extremely busy, I make sure to make whatever time I can for him. And I give him choices. So if he, whenever it's time for him to go with, his dad or something like that, or I ask him, want to go with daddy, and he's like, no.
You let him stay.
And then I let him stay. You know what I mean? And so it's just like, he's always gonna know who his dad is. He's gonna know who his grandparents are, who his family is. I'm never gonna take that away from him. I'm never gonna, make him feel like he can't be around them or keep him from them. But I also want him to know that he has a choice.
That's powerful. That's smart. Definitely. That could give him that power so he feels like he's included in decision making. I make sure my son has good father figure or male figures in his life. So the men in my life always tell me, there's like, you don't ever have to worry. If his dad stepped out completely, they always say Josiah's not going to know a difference. It's like he's always going to know there's going to be somebody. Like when his dad couldn't make it for Father's Day, his dad couldn't make it to, they had like donuts with dad. And I don't play about stuff like that. Muffles with mom, I'm leaving work. I'm going to go be there with my son. Right. He's going to have somebody there. So I didn't play that. That happened last year, and I was like, this year it's definitely not happening because I don't want my son to be the one. His dad doesn't show up. Like, I don't like that. So my mom's boyfriend and my brother-in-law both went. And this really picture, it was so cute. So I'm like, I love that I have male figures to make up for not being married or not having his dad.
And I love that because, like I said, I come from a family where it's my mom and then it's
a lot of women,
my sisters. So we don't have a lot of males. So whenever it's donuts with dad or something like that, if his dad can't be there, it's like, well, dang, like who else is gonna take his spot?
Me and Emery's was my grandpa. So when he passed, she took it really hard.
And I didn't grow up with any grandparents. His grandparents, his grandfather, the only living grandfather, because my father passed away. The only living grandparent that he has is in Florida. So it's like there, and I feel so bad for him because he's kind of in a place that I'm in. Like I didn't, I only had my father for a little bit before he passed away. I didn't meet my grandparents. They were gone before. They were gone before I even, was born. So I didn't have the grandparents. I didn't have the father for real, and so it's like there was a lot that I didn't get. There was times that I went to, I was at graduations. I was at graduations by myself, you know what I mean? Because my mom worked. So we didn't have those male figures, and I do hate that he doesn't have that either. So I mean, aside from like his father, thank you. Aside from his father, that's the only male figure.
You can share ours, like seriously. My mama's boyfriend, he would show up for sure. If ever something like that happened, he would definitely show up. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get Kendrick in football. So he's not gonna be like some strangers because they're coaches. So he's gonna be like, oh, my coaches came to see me. So it's not like this random man just showed up to my daycare. We're gonna get him to know my brother-in-law and my mom's boyfriend. So it's not like some strangers because they would definitely show up. They would definitely make it a point because they don't play that.
See, that's the point. We talk a lot about the kids having a village, but that's also why it's important for the adults, the parents, to have a village, because that's powerful to even be willing to share your support with someone who's missing. Because that was one of my questions was for those who don't have that access to another man, how can they go about that?
Because it's very hard. Like, I have to do a lot, you know, on my own.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm always making sure that I'm available. You know what I mean? And like I even had to, you know, I had to adjust to this recent, you know, school schedule, you know, and stuff like that. I'm like, look, I have to take my son to school.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm gonna be late to work.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, y'all gonna have to adjust. I'm gonna have to adjust.
Did
but
they adjust your work schedule?
They did.
Okay.
Good.
But I'm like,
Good.
because I have to get my son to school.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so everything that he needs, I make sure that I'm there. It's like literally mommy first.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you know, he's sick. You know, my mom, before he even started school, my mom was watching him. But my mom has health issues too.
Yeah.
So it's like, if she's not feeling good that day, I gotta take off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because somebody has to be there for my son.
Right.
And it's like, you know, if I'm at work and she starts feeling bad or she says, hey, he's not feeling good, I gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And like, there was times where they were like, well, you can't just leave. Oh, but I can.
Yeah.
Because it's my child.
Yeah.
So at this point, I don't care about this job right now. And it's my child and I'm the only one. And, you know, I hate when they're like, well, where's he at right now? Like, who's watching him right now?
I know.
My boss is like that.
That doesn't matter.
My boss is like that. I was letting my coworker off, and he was like, "Why?" It's like her kid is sick, her, and that's why she had to take off. Like she ain't got nobody else to watch them. Like that's a man answer.
Yeah.
That kind of like pissed me off when he said that. I'm like, no, I'm letting her get off because she has to take care of her child.
Right.
That pissed me off.
I'm like, you can't automatically assume that everybody has a village.
Exactly.
Because everybody doesn't have a village. At all.
Mm-mm.
So, yeah, it's rough.
Yeah.
Definitely not having those.
Do y'all feel like y'all will ever get to a point or are at a point where y'all are comfortable with asking the baby daddies to, if you couldn't get off of work, to take care of y'all's child?
Oh, I'm at that point.
Yeah.
I'm at that point. I wanted my baby daddy to have Josan this weekend, but it kind of annoys me because he always makes like the work excuse.
Okay.
And it's like,
I hate
I
that.
ain't seen the fruits of that labor.
right. But then it's like, okay, but when I have to take care of him, I have to work. I have to take off. So it's kind of like you can't take off one weekend to have him. Just for the weekend, just so I don't have to keep asking. My same research, my mama, my sister, my brother, they all watched them last weekend. I'm like, I want to give them a break.
Yes.
Mom watches them every day. I'm like, I want to keep asking the same people. So I'm at that point. It's just I want him to get to that point where he understands, is more accepting. Is like, you know what, I'll take off work for this weekend. And I'll take them. So I don't have a problem asking. It took me a while to get there. I don't have a problem asking. It's just the receiving.
Exactly.
That's the issue. Yeah.
Same. Same as Danny. Like, I just be like, look, I need you to have Kendrick on such and such day. And he's like, oh, I gotta work. Okay, well, I need you to figure out who gonna watch him.
Right.
And it's not just getting ready to be anybody. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
I need you to figure it out.
Ain't gonna be no Auntie Fifi on your daddy's side, twice removed. No.
Right.
Believe it or not, I was scared to ask my baby daddy.
I believe it. No, I was scared.
I think that was a main argument, and he probably doesn't remember, but that put the cherry on top of us separating because we were together, and I felt like I was asking you to take care of your son while I make some money, and we got an argument with that, and now I just hold on to it years later. Even when he's saying you can ask me in this, but for some reason it's just there.
So they're the last part of the question. Again, we appreciate you because you're really getting the wheels turned. It's like some really good conversations that I think a lot of women need to hear. Last question they asked was, how do you try to counteract the negative stereotypes of being an unwed baby mama? Because I find a lot of people get very, very judgmental about it, and they kind of think they know your life, and they think they know your situation.
Isn't that what happened with us? with a negative comment.
Yeah, we got a negative comment, y'all. I delete that so fast, like
real quick.
You don't even know us. Why you saying negative comments? Like, why are you so invested? People just be miserable.
Yeah.
But I've always said like a never say never is always why I tell people, and they be like, I could never. I'm like, never say never, because I would see the girls who are in like my current situation, and I'm like, how did that happen? And I'm probably like, I'm never gonna say it can never happen to me because I don't know, because I don't know, I can't judge what happened, because you know what I'm saying, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes of what they're showing on social media. So like, I don't know, I could think in my head it's never gonna happen to me, but you never say never. But I do feel like a lot of people are judgmental, thinking like, how could you y'all be picking the wrong man, why would you ever give that man a baby, and do
and I hate when they say we be picking the wrong man. Like, if the man is painting a picture that he's pursuing us, I mean, what more is it that we're supposed to do in that point? Because first of all, there's a lot of divorce rate is high, so you can do everything right and still be in that predicament.
Right. Exactly. So, and still be an unwed baby mama. Even if you got divorced, you're gonna be unwed. You're gonna be a baby mama. Like, a lot of people pick the wrong men. You don't say nothing about women who get divorced and say that. Like you said, they don't think a woman getting divorced and thinking like, you chose the wrong man. It's kind of like, oh my God, I feel so sorry for you. Why would he treat you like that? Like, nobody ever feels that empathy for baby mamas.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Like, I don't understand. How do y'all like counteract? Like, how do y'all, you know, with the negativity and people have those negative stereotypes, how do y'all counteract?
I mean, I think that's what drives me. I think that's what brings my ambition. Because when I got pregnant with Emery, I was a sophomore at UK, and that's the first thing I thought, because there was a lot of other people that I heard through the grapevine that get pregnant, they dropped out that same semester. So in my head, I'm like, I'm not gonna do that. And I had to push through all of that, on top of I'm not gonna let it slow down as far as networking and, you know, being in clubs and taking care of my child and going to work. Like, I just didn't want to give any of those people a reason to make that stereotype true. So I just used it as an ambition and show them there's a different world in that aspect.
I feel the same way, because I know it pushed me. And my son pushed me to do a lot that I know I probably wouldn't have done. You know, if I hadn't had him. You know, the fact that I'm almost done with school, and you know, I've literally gotten straight A's throughout these years that I've been in school, and it's like, it's been hard, but it's literally pushed me to just keep going. Like, everything they say, I take it with a grain of salt, and I'm like, look, I'm gonna show you. I can show you better than I could tell you. So, like, I'm gonna show you, like, it's nothing, you know, like, it's a goon to a goblin. So, like,
I need to hear that, because I be struggling.
I literally just take it, you know, like I said, with a grain of salt. And it's like, I'm not gonna let you, what Beyonce say, I'm not gonna let you break my soul. Like, I'm still gonna keep on going, like, no matter what. Like, nothing's gonna stop me. You'll see, I will go far. Taina.
I love her clothes. I love it.
Crying. Hey, Bob.
I swear.
I need to hear that, because I do be struggling. I be letting the negative comments get to me sometimes. Like, I said the other thing about the baby loser thing. That really, like, affected me for, like, a couple, like, days after. Like, I'm still low-key kind of, like, affected by it. Like, I don't even want to talk about it. But it's, like, one of those, like, I have a lot of guilt. So, I kind of, like, trying to get rid of negative. But it has me to a point, like, dang, I don't even want to show my son on social media. Because, like, I don't want to be, like...
So, are you getting negative comments when you are showing your son on social media?
Not personally, but it'll be, like, I guess, like, I'm a hit dog is howling. Because, like, when somebody else say something that I know kind of, like, the shoe's fitting, I start feeling that guilt. And it was kind of, like... I don't want to give people the avenue where they can say something negative to me personally. So, it's kind of like, they now kind of want to hide my son and keep it real close so nobody can say anything about my parenting or my child or things like that.
So. Has anybody said anything?
I did have a troll on TikTok. I don't remember what they said. I remember I sent to my sister and she was about to bloop. I think I had comment on like something completely unrelated to like parenting, but it was like against what that person had said. So they had went to my page, saw I had a son, came back and commented something about me and my son.
No,
I didn't like
too much.
I blocked them so fast. And
yeah,
they also had me kind of like, dang, I kind of want to show him on social media because it just opens up for people to like be able to throw those shots because they see my son.
And I went there when you sent that picture. I went there to like, I don't know how far this might go, but are we ready for the trolling and everything? Because our ultimate or our automatic thing is to protect ourselves and our kids. But
that'd be the thing. I don't play about my motherhood and my kids.
Yeah,
like I don't give the damn well if he talk about me. Say like don't talk about my parents and don't talk about my kids. Like that's gonna really always set me off. That's like that comment that did kind of like have me like you, like I'm ready to get somebody. I'm ready to figure out who you are. You number 2573.
No picture.
No picture, no real name. But I was like, I was gonna respond and everything. I was gonna like really like fire at him because I
seen that was a like though.
I don't know. I tried to see who the like was. I kept liking that. But I was like, you know what? Let me just delete it.
That was the
over my
high approach. Woo,
yeah, because I was ready. Girl, I was mid typing. I was like, let me delete it. Let me send this to them. I was like, let me go ahead and just delete the whole comment.
Yeah.
Just so we don't need that negativity on there.
Right.
Only positive energy.
Yeah. Especially with the fact that this is about motherhood. Like we were trying to build this so that mothers. I sent y'all. I think I sent y'all. I sent it to a whole bunch of people, but moms in 2023 is so much pressure to be this certain type of mom now. And it's weighing heavy on a lot of moms. And then y'all don't realize, like, being a mom is probably being a parent, but being a mom is a really, really important role to the world. It starts with us bringing in the next generation. So why do we not have an outlet? Why do we not have a platform? Exactly. Why are we not being uplifted and praised for it? So it's just positive energy over here.
It is, and I swear, like having my son, I faced a whole lot of backlash and everything. Like I haven't had anybody troll me on social media because I don't really post him a lot on social media.
You think that's the reason though, because of the ridicule before?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really. It's mainly just because I have an issue with people trying to meddle and claim him like they really know him. Like claim him like they really have a relationship with him and they don't. You know what I mean?
Have somebody steal his pictures off your page?
Yes, I have. And I confronted her and I said, take my son's picture down. Because for one thing, you don't know him. You've never met him a day in your life. You never seen him, touched him, felt him.
Did you know this person?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, don't try to sit here and, make it seem like you have a relationship with him and you don't. Like, take his picture down now. Yeah. So that was one reason why I did stop, putting his picture up a whole lot. Or I would put it on my story because I know it's gonna delete. Yeah. But like even when I was pregnant, of course, I got, and even when I had Kendrick, I got threatened with calling CPS if I didn't do a certain thing a certain way. And then I got people coming to me talking about, well, you're not married and you have a child and here I am, married and we're trying to have a kid and we can't have one.
Wow.
But you have one.
That's not true.
And so, people are so unhinged.
And I was like, it was just like, and the hardest part, it was family.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I was like, damn, bro, like, y'all savage as fuck, bro. Like, y'all really coming to me like that? Yeah. Really coming to me like that? And I was just like, I can't keep on feeling sorry for you, and I can't keep on trying to live up to your expectations of what you feel like I need to be as a mother to my child. And so I just had to be like, look, it's me and my child. It's me and him. Like, as long as he loves me.
Right, so that really matters. Yeah. So I will say a positive note that we can leave on from that negative comment. After I calmed myself down, I was thinking about it, I was like, that means we got something. We got something that's going to make something. Because we already got trolls already. Yeah. And we ain't even really reached the peak of what we can do. Yeah. Like, okay, y'all trolling already. Y'all got something negative to say about us already. Y'all judge us already. Oh, we about to blow, y'all. Yeah. We really got something going on. So that's why I'm like, I got to remember that because it's just only going to get worse the bigger we get.
Set it off and then mother. What's up? Whew. All right, ladies. So let's go ahead and get into this mommy moment. Good or bad? Something that you have for the week? What's good or bad that you have? You have anything?
Not really. I mean, something slight. I started watching. My son's into Pokemon now. I guess because it's like the McDonald's thing. Okay. And that just made my inner child happy, like the little girl in me. Because I was always like a little anime kid. I like Pokemon and all that, and Inuyasha. Because it's been kind of anime, but I got picked on for that when I was younger.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
You have a pretty face for like Comic-Con.
I would love to do one.
Like,
yeah. I worked in one here. I loved it. Yeah. No, I want to do one. Like, I have ideas of what I would dress up as and everything. But I was picked on as a kid for that. So, everybody made fun of that. I like things like Pokemon. So, for him to, like, sit there, we just kept binging different. It was, like, the original I used to watch. Made my little mommy heart happy. That was like, oh, my God. I could finally, like, really enjoy it with my child. And I could make him not feel weird for liking it. Like, me and him are talking about the different Pokemon and, you know, enjoying this. I guess it's my little mommy moment that I had.
I love that.
Thank you.
And I love Pokemon too.
With our kids.
I know. I think my mommy moment. So of course, you know, I got my wisdom teeth taken out. So for that first week, really, honestly, I didn't have Kendrick, but he we did video call. One another, and then, you know, he would ask me, oh, mommy, you know, are you still hurting? Do you feel better? And I'm like, I still hurt a little bit, baby. And he's like, bruh.
He ready to come home.
He's like, right. He's like, wait a minute, like, come home. I want to come home.
That's not where that was gonna go.
Right.
I know, right? And so, like, I did love that, and you know, I did get my baby back. Yeah. So, you know, we just cuddled and all that other stuff. But yeah, I think it was my little mommy moment.
All of us is bonding with our kids because that's pretty much my mommy moment. I mean, I be having a lot of them, but it's again with Emery. And even though there'd be difficulties with this preteen stage, there's a lot of fun moments. And especially she is acting a lot like me.
She seems very fun. She's like my spirit animal.
Yeah, like she is... outside of being a parent, she is like my friend, like my best friend. Aww. And so I had a moment where she was listening to music. She was listening to, like, I think Party Next Door. Okay. But it was like, hey, I love you. I forgot the song. I'm not gonna sing it, but I was like, okay, you bopping. It's a little older, but you bopping. And then I remember her telling me that she listened to Aaliyah and Tink and all that. So I just was like, while I'm in your room, let's play some Aaliyah. I want to go back. And me and her just listening to the Revolution album. And I was letting her listen to that song and Try Again. And we was both singing it and just having a good time. And I'm just like, oh, baby. Oh,
that is awesome. I love that.
It was a good little session that we had in her room. And all while her little friend was on the phone just chilling. And she was doing her hair too, but it was just like a good little...
That's a cute
That is. I love that. I want a girl so bad.
Right. You gonna make me change my mind. I want a little girl.
Yeah, it has its perks. It has its perks.
That's awesome.
Okay, so we can go ahead and slide right into the take them kids outside, because we love to spend time with our kids and bond with them and show them new experiences, because we're also healing our inner child. To like to hold each other accountable and make sure we're doing things with our kids, either previously or in the future. So for me, it's fall, y'all. Well, it's fall, y'all.
It is.
That was so corny. It's fall. So, I love fall. I think everybody loves fall. But I love activity. The weather's getting a lot better. It's a lot of cute, cool, fun things to do. So we're just going to be outside all season.
That's right.
There's a whole list. There's Huber's. There's Galrain Farms. I was coming up here. Jack and Spectacular was going on. Boo at the Zoo. Hillcrest. I have like a whole list of like fall activities.
And the Kingdom have something.
The Kingdom has something. There's always something or different trunk or treats or different kind of fall activities and events. So we're going to just hit them all up. I make like a little mason jar, and I said it's on my to-do list of things to do is to update it. So I have a mason jar that's called Mommy and Son Time. So I'll just put different kind of ideas and activities, where there's something at home, something going outside, something that costs money, something that's free. I'll throw it in the jar and I let my son pick it out, and whatever it is we do. So we did it before. We did the library, trampoline park, all that kind of thing. So I'm gonna update it with the fall activities and let him choose something, and we're gonna get outside while the weather's nice before it gets too cold for the winter. Of course, stuff in the house too, where we're watching like the Halloween or fall movies.
That's what me and Emery does, because we love scary movies. Like,
what's your favorite? What's your favorite scary movie?
Right, that's hard to pick. I'm weird. Y'all have a whole app of movies and stuff, but right now, I want to catch her up with Saw.
Oh, I love
because Saw X is out.
Good idea.
I almost kind of jumped the gun and was like, Emery, let's go to the movies and watch Saw X. But I was like, nah, let me catch you up with all 9 of them before we do the 10th one. And they're on Hulu, so
they're on Hulu. I was wondering where they are. I have a video. I'm gonna send y'all a YouTube video where I ranked all the Saw movies.
Okay.
So I had to send it to y'all.
Send it.
Hear my opinion on it. My cousin asked me too, because she wants to go see Saw X. So she was like, I haven't watched in years. Which one should I watch to catch up to it? So really, you only need to watch the first 2, because it's taking place in between 2 and 3. So. But I will still have her introduced to all of them, because I think she'll still get a better understanding because of the whole movie. Everything fleshes out.
She's a gory kid. Like she
like?
Yeah, she likes gory, and she likes the jump scares, but it don't bother her. I'm like, oh my God,
that was me. It's okay. I love scary movies. See how I got excited when you did scary movies? I love scary movies.
The last one that we watched was Evil Dead, the new one.
Was it good?
It was okay. Like, I mean, it's like more like a comedy or sarcastic black humor type of thing. It was graphic though.
Yeah.
I love the Saws. I do want to see the Saw, but and as much as I don't really like spirits, I kind of want to see the Exorcism.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to see that too.
I kind of want to see that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I like the preview. Well, so I was meaning to say we basically count down to Halloween. So we watch a Halloween movie. She started it off with, or she wanted to start it off with Nightmare Before Christmas, and then Corpse Bride. But I'm like, I want to see the scary.
Oh, okay.
And then I want to get to the kiddie.
They are good. Oh, okay, you want to get to the real scary. Like, no, it ain't Halloween.
Right.
Let's get into it. If you want to get into it, let's go.
Yeah, but that's what we do.
Okay.
Didn't mean to take over the, catch the kids outside, but that's something that we do.
I love how you call it catch them kids outside.
Take them kids outside.
Catch me outside. How about that? That's funny. Okay, let's dial it back. Okay, what are y'all doing? Take your kids outside.
Let me see. So, I kind of want to piggyback off what you said, because I want to do that mason jar of ideas. I really want to do that. So I think we might start that up. So thank you for that, girl. But I did, because I did say that I wanted to take my son to see Paw Patrol. So we did end up seeing Paw Patrol.
Oh,
we did.
Was it good?
I thought it was really cute. I liked it. I think I had more fun than he did.
Yeah, that's what we got.
Of course.
No spoilers.
So we did end up seeing that like Friday, since I didn't have to work. Y'all was at work. Y'all need to take off on Fridays. No, I'm just playing. No, but yeah, I did end up taking them to see that on Friday. And today I kind of wanted to do something, but I didn't really get to because plans got changed. But did y'all know that Home Depot has like a craft thing every first Saturday? Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah. So I kind of wanted to do that, but since I didn't get to, I'm gonna have to catch them next month. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, I did. Take them to see Paw Patrol. So that's nice. That was our little take them kids outside, and then Tuesday we're going to get his costume for Halloween. It's gonna be fun.
Where y'all gonna go? Do you know? I need to figure out where I'm going.
Probably Spirit Halloween.
What's it? In Louisville, at Zorn Avenue. Have y'all heard about there's a block where a majority of the houses they dress up their house.
Hillcrest. Yeah. I definitely want to take him to Hillcrest, and we usually go. We started a tradition where we go over to Indiana.
Okay, really? That's interesting. Why?
A friend of mine, a friend of mine. There's a neighborhood that she grew up in, where her parents live. They go all out, so that it's like the Hillcrest of Indiana.
Do they be getting full size?
Yes, like Indiana, and so they give us garbage bags. He has a bucket, a little pail or whatever for his treats. But they was like, no, you need a garbage bag because they give a ton of candy. Wow. So they give them garbage bags, and by the time we get back home and went around the block, he has a half a garbage bag full of candy, and I'm just like. So
how long was recommended that?
What y'all doing when he's hyped up on candy? Right. Who's taking them?
They ain't worried about that.
I thought people recommended that. Somebody had posted on Facebook they're new to the city. Where do you take their kids trick or treat? And a lot of people say Indiana. Yeah. I was not surprised by that. So
I'm surprised about that. Yeah.
Probably a lot of people.
We've gone for the past 2 years. It's that's the second time we've gone. This will make the third. So it's been fun. Okay. It's been fun. Mm-hmm. We plan to hit up a lot of those trunk or treats.
Yeah. I was just about to ask.
And his dad's job is actually doing a trunk or treat too. Chewy.
Oh yeah.
They're doing one too. So if y'all free, hit up Chewy Pharmacy, Fern Valley Road. Louisville, Kentucky.
Shout out. I'll be going to the one at Churchill too.
Which one?
They have a Halloween thing at Churchill. Really? Mhm. It's fun. Yeah. They have the bounces and all that.
Oh,
is it on Halloween or is it
I think it's maybe the weekend before, maybe the Saturday before.
If you see a flower or something, let me know. Yeah. If you see a flower,
flyer.
They
have pumpkins, the little kids choose a pumpkin. Uh-huh. That's the one we went where we were Cruella de Dalmatian and the DJ started playing the Cruella de Vil song.
Oh wow!
He was like, I see y'all. I know, that's cute.
That's really cute.
I think we should. It has nothing to do with take them kids, but I feel like we should take our kids. Maybe we could do something. Maybe we could do something together. Take our kids outside together.
Yeah,
this one
trunk or treat or one of those.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Or Huber's. And we could do some wine tasting while we're there. No.
Or the one at Shawnee. What you was talking about the hayride at Shawnee?
Nah.
Okay, never mind. All right.
That's funny. What's wrong with Shawnee? We're not going to talk about it.
Nah.
Well, I guess this is the let it out at this portion.
Shout.
So, as y'all already seen, we introduce any encouragement, any questions, any topic ideas on our show. We're willing to talk about it. So, if you want to be that listener or viewer to do that, just shoot us an email at Mommy First podcast at gmail.com. Memory slip, mommy brain. Or if you have social media and you follow us on our Instagram, TikTok, Facebook page, you can always DM us. We will look out for those comments, those questions, and or that support if y'all just need support. For Let It Out, to end on, I have a quote. And it reads, your garden isn't thriving because every time a flower blooms, you cut it to prove to someone else that you're a gardener. Focus, please.
Wow.
This resonates with me. Hopefully it resonates with all of you as far as continuing that path and staying focused. You ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. Maybe yourself, maybe God, but nobody else. And so when people are questioning you, where's the receipts? How are you this? Where's your accolades or credentials?
Speak, girl.
You don't have to show them nothing unless you want to. Unless it's about bragging and being proud of yourself, but you don't have nothing to prove to them. So just stay on the mission, and when you feel like you got to that destination, that God got you there, then you can show them or not. It's really up to you. It's your life, it's your journey. So I wanted to bring myself to resonate with that, because I used to, I'm getting better, feel the tendency to prove, especially with my family. Not anymore. I'm gonna stay focused. So let's toast today, y'all. We especially gonna focus on this podcast.
For real, girl. We almost to the season finale.
All right, so yes, like she said, we're almost to the season finale. So be pretty tuned to our next episode, which will be our season finale. But for now, thank you guys for listening to the Mommy First podcast.
Well, you're a mommy first
and a baddie immediately after.
Bye.
Bye.